Today is Monday, July 29th, and I'm just wondering what it's like to be Texas Ranger General Manager Chris Young these days.
And now, a word from our title sponsor.
Are all financial advisors fiduciaries? Fewer than you think. Not knowing could reduce your lifestyle. Hi, I'm Mitch Kramer, founder and CEO of Fluent Financial. A fiduciary is a regulatory term to reduce conflicts of interest in wealth management. A fiduciary always works in your best interest. A non-fiduciary advisor might put their compensation or company ahead of yours. At Fluent Financial, we are certified financial planners acting as fiduciary advisors. To learn more, go to fluentfinancial.com or Fluent Financial's YouTube channel.
I have got to tell you about laundry detergent sheets, not dryer sheets. Laundry detergent sheets from the Sheets Project. Instead of dealing with liquid detergent goop, just use these small pre-measured sheets. Drop them in the wash. They dissolve right away. Leave your clothes looking great. And goodbye to those heavy plastic jugs. And where do those things end up anyway? Do your whole family a favor. Switch to laundry detergent sheets today. Just follow the link in the episode notes.
Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the perfect temperature, and ensure your home is secure, all from the palm of your hand. Star Power has the experts that will transform your house into a secure, smart home. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Get started at GetStarPower.com. Star Power, where innovation meets home.
The Major League trade deadline is Tuesday at 5 p.m. Central Time. Leading up to this, the teams that believe they're contenders have made deals. The teams that realize they're not contenders, they're sellers. So the buyers are everywhere these days. Seattle's made big moves, so have the Yankees. Philadelphia, Baltimore, Boston, New York Mets, San Diego, even the Cubs have made a deal to fortify their team. The sellers? Well, the most notable seller is Tampa Bay, which has made all sorts of deals, sending veteran players away that other teams liked. This is significant in that Tampa Bay is 3 games better than the Rangers in the standings, and they're tearing down. So are, of course, the Angels and Washington and Oakland. Now, Texas did make one minor deal Sunday evening. They acquired backup catcher Carson Kelly from Detroit. But that's not a needle mover in any way. So, what should Texas do? Buy? Sell? What if you were Chris Young? The Rangers are 51 and 55 for the year so far. They're third in the West, 4.5 games behind both Houston and Seattle. 6 teams in the American League will make the playoffs. The 3 division winners and 3 wild cards. Texas right now is 11th. Listen to that. 11th in the standings in the American League. They must pass 5 teams right now if they are to get a wild card in the playoffs. Now, the gap is not all that big, 4.5 games to both Houston and Seattle. But look at who the Rangers are better than. This year in the American League, they are better than 4 teams. Number 1 is Toronto, and they're barely better than them for the season, and they just got swept by the Blue Jays. They're better than the White Sox. Everybody's better than the White Sox. They're dreadful. And they're better than the Angels in Oakland, whose butts have been bumping bottom in the American League West for some time now. For weeks now, Chris Young has looked for a clue on what to do. And the hope was that the team would give him a clue by the way they played. Play better, and Chris Young would go out and be a buyer. Play not so well, and Chris Young would be a seller. And by the way, if the Rangers decide to be a seller, they've got lots to sell. But for the last 5 weeks, this is what the Rangers have done. They got swept by Milwaukee. They lost 3 out of 4 to Baltimore. But then they swept Tampa Bay and took 2 out of 3 from the Angels and 2 out of 3 from Houston. But then they lost 2 out of 3 to Baltimore. They swept 4 games from the dreadful White Sox, but then lost 3 straight in Toronto. Over the 5 weeks, the Rangers are 13-13. No clue there. Further complicating it is their injury situation. Now, the Rangers are in good shape pitching-wise. They get Tyler Mahle back probably in the next week or two. They get Corey Bradford, the left-hander who did so well early in the season, back maybe this week. And down the road, late August, Jacob deGrom is back. But the pitching's not been a problem here. The problem is the dreadful offense. And what would a trade do for Adolis Garcia, who's been awful? Jonah Heim, who's been way worse than last year. Marcus Semien having a down year. Leody Taveras having a down year. Nathaniel Lowe perking up a little, but for the season, no. Ezekiel Duran is so bad he's been shipped back to the minors. The promising young outfielder Evan Carter has been shelved now twice for long periods because of back problems. Back problems at 21 years old? And by the way, when he was in the lineup, he was awful. Now, they do get the third baseman Josh Young back soon, but the ironic thing is, probably Texas' most consistent hitter has been the guy who replaced Josh Young, and that's Josh Smith. So, what do you do? What do you do if you're Chris Young? Do you buy, sell, or do nothing?
Today's episode brought to you by Fluent Financial, Retire Sooner, Better Lifestyle, and by Star Power, Love Where You Live.
Just Wondering is a production of DSP Media for FanStream Sports. You can find Norm's show along with other great programming at fanstreamsports.com.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you enjoyed it, hit follow. And every weekday, a fresh new episode of Just Wondering will be delivered right to you. And if you enjoy this podcast, please share it with a friend. Finally, should you have questions or comments, please share them with us by going to X and our address at Norm's Clubhouse. That's Just Wondering with Norm Hitzges. And every day, I'll be just wondering about something.
And I'm Mary Hitchkus, and I'm just wondering